Ahoy, landlubbers, it's me, your Captain Vasco speaking, and I welcome you to Saturday, December the 4th, 2021. How's everybody other than me? I have like, I have like, it's not quite a headache. It's, it's more than simply the light sensitivity I'm experiencing, but less than even a low-grade headache. It's not great, but as you can see, it's all on. Everything's on, including I'm attempting to have my personality on, and we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna let you know up front. There's a very good chance this is gonna be a lean 3 hour stream. Um, I don't understand how your family exists, Neko, and I don't mean this as a criticism of you because you are certainly quite a normal person, but like just I literally can't comprehend some of the things you say, and I really can't do it right now because my brain's just. But we're gathered here today to enjoy an adventure game that's close to my heart. I wouldn't say it's like one of the greatest of all time, exactly. But I will tell you that back in the day, my family got like a value pack or something, like some sort of collection of LucasArts adventure games, and it included, among other things, Day of the Tentacle, Sam and Max Hit the Road. I can't quite recall if The Dig was in that collection. I don't remember if we got that one separately. But like those, I think, are two of the greatest adventure games of all time. There were a couple other ones in. Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis was in that set. I feel like there were like one or two others. Maybe The Dig was in that set, or maybe we got it separately because The Dig was a relatively late release. Um, but there was also a demo disc in the set. Um, and that demo disc, I can't remember if it had more than one demo on it because all I remember is the demo for Full Throttle, and the playable portion of the demo comes from like somewhere between like a third of the way and like halfway through the game. So like I can't even quite allude to it right away when playing the game. But essentially you play as this really gruff biker guy named Ben, and you get caught up in this like weird, not quite cyberpunk style conspiracy theory when like someone makes like a power grab in this like corporate transition thing, and you're just some biker whose gang was sort of their loyalty was sort of bought and paid for, and like you're kind of just trying to return to the life you knew as like a member of this biker gang, but like in order to do so you have to like go on this wild quasi futuristic adventure. And there's just something about the like it mostly feels very realistic, and then there's stuff like hover cars and things. It's like a really interesting bridge between like just fiction and like something like a cyberpunk kind of fiction. Um but like there was something about that demo that like really captured my attention, and I was like waiting for the game to come out, and it did, and I eventually beat this game. I remember it being relatively short. I forgot to check how long its like estimated play length is, and like I probably remember this one better than some games I played when I was younger. But this is also a remastered version, which we're probably gonna have to play around with a little bit, to see if we like the retro version or the new version, which are like they're a little closer than you might expect, but they're also further apart than I expect. Um, but yeah, I mean the story will mostly speak for itself, I think, but like I just remember spending so much time being excited for this game coming out because it was like a demo that we could play. Like we played all the other games in the set, and then there was like this mysterious unfinished game with this weird different kind of sci-fi, because I don't think I'd seen anything like this back then. And I also remember there's something about the solution to the puzzle that sort of gets you out of that part of the game, that was kind of endearing to me, and I'll touch a little bit more on that when and if we get to that point in the game before my head explodes from the light sense. So with that in mind, I think we'll just switch over to the game. Cool. And as I pointed out to people who were here in chat, I do hate what they've done with this menu, where you don't click to toggle between these, you just highlight them. You like move your mouse a little, you're just in a new area. This is terrible. I don't know why this is like this. Yeah. But this is what the menu music is like, and that's, in my opinion, regrettable. But I think I've tweaked the audio settings to some place where they'll be mostly okay. As always, let me know if that needs to be adjusted. So, main menu, new game. Pretty straightforward, right?
Whenever I smell asphalt, I think of Marine. That's the last sensation I had before I blacked out. The thick smell of asphalt. And the first thing I saw when I woke up was her face. She said she'd fix my bike. Free. No strings attached.
Had to know that was a lie.
I should have known then that things are never that simple. Yeah. When I think of Marine, I think of two things.
Right, that menu music is something else.
And trouble.
Rip Burger, you're dumber than dirt.
Oh, Mr. Corley, if you'd only listen to my plan, my vision.
I know your plan, Rip Burger. You're waiting for me to die so you can take over my company.
Oh, sir, that's horrible. I am not
Or tens of
waiting for you
cakes.
to die.
No, that's terrible.
You know I've never liked you, Rip. But you have business know-how and killer instincts that I respect.
Why, thank you, sir.
But this latest idea of yours, riding up to our shareholders' meeting with a gang of bikers? Who do you think you're fooling?
The shareholders, sir. It's good PR to be seen hobnobbing with real Corley Motors customers.
What do you know about our customers, Adrian? You've never even been on a bike.
Well, you know I'd be on one right now, sir, if it weren't for my destabilizing inner ear condition.
Ah, your ears are fine.
Oh, thank you
It's
for saying
what's
so.
between them that scares me.
Her call.
Now there goes some boys I can ride with. Step on it. Let's find out who they are.
I'm not sure they're gonna want to talk to you. Even though they probably should. Look, it's me, Stubble McProtagonist. You know, it's not often that you get an adventure game that has just like a whole cinematic intro sequence, like it is an actual movie. I think this is skippable. I think all the cutscenes are skippable. But despite the fact that this music isn't precisely my jam, I kind of feel bad about skipping over. Oh yeah. So this game has a unique twist on the graphical interface for adventure games, and I'm very excited to show this to you, as I assume most or all of you are not familiar with the particular interface this game has. That wasn't really a transition there. That was a hard cut to that music.
Hey, Ben. You know, Ben, we're broke.
Yeah?
And if some cash doesn't come our way soon, we're in big trouble.
Relax. I have a feeling something's coming our way. Something big.
Like a really long car? Long car is long.
You better stay out here, Rip. This place is bikers only.
You know how it do.
All right. Who's the guy that drove over my car?
What could possibly be taking so long?
This is the remaster, huh? These audio transitions are rough.
trouble.
Yeah, maybe they took the old guy out back and worked him over with a 2x4.
An appealing notion, but improbable. More likely he's boring them to death with some tale of the glory days.
But Malcolm, isn't that illegal?
Not back then, it wasn't.
So who do you ride with these days?
I like that
He
stock
rides
laughter
with
in the
me.
background.
Although I'm sure he'd much rather be riding with your little club.
I told you to wait out in the limo, Rip Burger.
I thought you might like some help
I'm
with your
obviously
sales
the
pitch,
villain,
sir.
however.
Sales pitch?
Yes, we have come here today to offer you and your men employment. Mr. Corley requires an escort to the annual Corley Motors shareholders meeting.
Does this look like an escort service to you?
You would be well compensated for your time, of course.
Not interested.
It's fairly obvious that you could use the money.
Listen,
I don't know why he
said
says
we're
that.
not for rent. The polecats are not goons for hire.
Not even if it were Malcolm Corley's dying wish.
Rip Burger? That does it. I'm gonna...
Hold on there, Malcolm. If you don't mind, I'd like to step outside with Mr. Ripburger for a little chat.
Excellent idea.
I think they're going
And the
to
doctor
talk.
says he only has a few months to live.
That's bad news for all of us. He's not just a nice guy. He's also the last motorcycle maker in the country. What happens to Corley Motors if he dies?
Don't worry.
I like this guy's
I
voice.
have a plan. And if you come to the shareholders meeting with us, you'll find out what it is.
No dice, Ripburger. The polecats are not thugs for rent. If you want to buy muscle, you should go find the Rottweilers.
The old
Those
man
guys
says
suck.
it's the
Screw the
polecats or
Rottweilers.
nothing.
Then I guess it'll have to be nothing.
And that's your last word?
That's it.
Well, I'd like to make you just one final offer.
I'm listening. Oh, okay, that's not great. There's an achievement for
Take
that.
this coat and go get his motorcycle. We'll have to tie up this little 200-pound loose end. It will need to look like an accident.
That stuffed shirt.
I hate when I
actually
accidentally
thinks
get hit in the
I'll
back of
leave
the head
him
with a
in
2x4.
control of Corley Motors when I go. Boy, is he in for a surprise.
Hey, where's Ben going?
Your colleague has decided to accept our generous offer, after all.
He
As a
said
matter
he'd
of
do it,
fact,
just don't
he's
ever
gone on
ask any
ahead to
questions
scout
about
out
him
the
ever
route.
again.
He did?
Well then, let's roll 'em, boys. Yahoo! Orville, here we come.
The entire intro sequence is much longer than I remember. Hello, chat. How are you doing? Thank you to Anime for the 52-month resub. Hello, and my dog hates fireworks since once she hears them and she's on a walk, she will stop and then start running home. How often do you hear fireworks? I thought that was mostly a California thing, that fireworks just randomly happen throughout the year for completely unexplained reasons. Well, also to Sarah, pleasure to have you here. What's this game about? Well, we just finished the intro cutscene. the plot's a little weird, but basically, like, we play as Ben, who is the leader of this biker gang, the Polecats. All he wants is to hang out with his bros. But this guy who's like trying to stage a coup and take over this this company that is like the last cyber motorcycle manufacturing company in the country, sort of tricks the gang into working for him and antagonizing our character Ben. So we have to sort of sort out the evil plan and put an end to it in order to get our friends to hang out with us again. I think it's an allegory for your friends ever having time to spend time with you as an adult or something, more or less. I think that covers everything. So let's take a quick look here. Escape menu, that's pretty standard. Period, skip dialogue. It's a choice. You could toggle on commentary. That's interesting. I don't think we'll be doing that. There is a button to switch between the classic mode, because this is a remaster of the 90s classic LucasArts game, Full Throttle. So you can switch between original graphics and the updated ones. Looks like they've added a shift to highlight interactables, which definitely wasn't in the original. I don't actually know what the first game is that used that. But I feel like that was like a very late 90s thing. Or maybe even early 2000s adventure game technology. You can use backspace to skip cutscenes or bike fights. More on that later. You can move the mouse to steer in bike fights. Left click. You can use enter or tab instead of clicks. That's kind of interesting. Left click to walk to. Verb skull, confirm, or attack. Because there is combat in this game, believe it or not. Or we can right click to open inventory, examine inventory item, or change equipment during bike fights. Then there's PS4 controls pumped in. Okay, sure. Yeah, sure. Found it. That's the one. Okay, so let's take a look at our interactable interface. Now, it was like during the 90s, I think, that we added the sort of graphical interface to adventure games. And, you know, pretty much every adventure game has its own spin on exactly how this works. But in this game, you sort of click on stuff, and then you have access to all of your verbs. You got, you know, like hand, which is typically like pick up or like use or interact with. You have a whole foot button. Sometimes you gotta kick stuff in this game, which is interesting. You know, you get your bugging out skull eyes to look at stuff. And here's maybe my favorite verb. Mouth. There aren't like a ton of things you use mouth on, but the fact that you can use mouth on, or try to use mouth on everything in the game is unique.
I'm not putting my lips on that.
I believe that is also how you talk to people, so it gets some usage, but like there's some things that you have to like use mouth on. Yeah, I mean, I feel like because this is one of the unique things about this game, it is important to try and lick everything.
I'm not putting my lips on that.
We're not putting our lips on that. Oh, I did also want to tweak audio a little bit. I don't know if you agree. I feel like that cutscene was a touch loud at times, so I'm going to bump down a bit. Let's just move everything here. See how that goes. Unfortunate that going to the menu still gives us this music. Oh yeah, the menu itself is pretty cool. Music is, again, not my scene. It's interesting, because again, I was really excited about this game coming out, and there's almost nothing about it that really says, like, this is a game for Vasco. It's about, like, a really, like, hard-edged biker willing to do violence to solve all his problems. I don't know. It's weird, but, I don't know. I did always like this game. I could look at these boxes, or I could, click them.
I'm not putting my lips on that.
Yeah, I think unfortunately that's the answer we get most of the time we try
Empty
to...
boxes. He
lick
really
stuff.
should flatten these, so they can be recycled.
There's that 90s Captain Planet movement for you. I don't think there's actually... Unless there's something in the dumpster, I don't think there's actually anything we need back here.
I've woken up and worse.
Yeah, that tracks.
Take that.
Can sometimes just
No.
randomly kick stuff. Let us proceed playing the game. So they left my bike, which is cool. Even though they somehow convinced them that some other motorcycle was me leaving. Now I can go inside.
I, fixed your door. It was sticky.
Look, I don't want no trouble. Just leave me out of this mess.
No, dude, I fixed your door, okay?
Looks like you're out of customers.
Yeah, your gang took off with those well-dressed gentlemen. So what'll it be, Mac?
I would like to know who knocked me
I
out.
want to know who knocked me out.
Maybe you just passed out. You should learn to handle your liquor.
I think you're in on this whole bum deal.
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do about it?
Challenge you to a violence
You know
fight,
what
sir.
might look better on your nose?
What?
The bar. Now don't mess around with me.
All right. I got your keys, but I don't know nothing. They had guns. They told me to stall you as long as possible.
Why?
I don't know. I overheard them say something about an ambush up the road.
What else?
No, that's
Nothing,
probably got something to
nothing.
do with it.
Look, man, here are your keys, all right? Oh, someone did say something about killing you and making it look like an accident.
They didn't do too good of a job there. But why ambush the polegats? I'd better get moving. I'm not putting my lips on that.
We're not drinking straight from the bottle? Okay. Can we say anything else to
I've
this
got
guy?
nothing to say.
We got nothing to say. Do you think I could fix his piano the same way I fixed his door?
Play.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I ever tried that before, and I didn't know it would do that. Can I play piano? I don't know this about my character.
Yeah, right.
Well, Nico asks if I tried licking the big man. The mouth icon, when used on people, typically is a talk interaction, which is the actual reason why the mouth command is prominently featured on our mini toolbar. But there are other things. I can only think of one immediately off the top of my head, but I think there's like 2 or 3 things in the game that you need to like use mouth on. There's like a whole lot to do before I leave. You just need to get your keys. Just the atmosphere is pretty cool. Oh, you know what? This is a great time to I have a toggle button to go between classic mode and remastered. I gotta say, you know, when you haven't played a game in a while, especially one from like, you know, this game, something like 20, 25 years ago, the game originally came out, you have a tendency to forget quite what it looked like. There's part of me that still finds it difficult to believe that this game looked this way originally. I feel like this might be some weird filter. But what's fun is, I think the main menu doesn't get affected by it. I thought it did for some reason. But just given the fact that this is in 4:3 aspect ratio, is there even like a letterbox equivalent name for that? I feel like we should probably keep it in the full screen mode. This chat feels real strongly that we want to stare at some pixels. If I kick the bike, does that act as kickstand riding it off? Or use it? I think pretty much everything gets me out of here. There's a reasonable amount of riding your bike around in this game. And,
On the road. I'm indestructible. No one can stop me.
I like that this guy's like a biker
Don't try.
philosopher. Oh no, this guy's a friend?
Ain't you the A1 polecat honcho?
Yeah, and you're in my way.
Well, get used to it, bud. When the Rottweilers hit the road, we own it.
Rottweilers. The Rottweilers suck. We've
I'm
established
serious.
this.
Someone's ambushing the polecats.
Someone's ambushing the polecats?
What is this background noise? It's very horrible.
What will we do?
That does it.
Come on, kitty. Let's get down.
I'm sure you know what that expression means.
That's the spirit.
As mentioned, this game has combat. I'm not really sure how to win combat until you have weapons. I don't remember how that does. 2 tries. There we go. And, yes, you're right, EV Point Master. Stuff did look different on CRTs. That is true. Ooh, about that. I mean, popping a wheelie is cool and all, but I don't think that's the intended. That looks bad. That looks very bad. I don't think that's good. I think that's bad. Do we feel like we need to adjust music more? I feel like we might need to do that. The audio balance in this game is especially weird.
Something about killing you and making it look like an accident.
I have a plan.
They had guns.
Malcolm Corley's dying wish.
Something about an ambush up the road.
I have a plan.
I mean, we're like maybe 20 minutes into the game and we're already having flashbacks. That's maybe not a great sign. I like that he's squinting in response to the flashes while his eyes are already closed.
Better print these in color. Now I have to get you some help, I suppose.
Oh,
Ah, quit moaning. I know someone around here who can fix anything.
Oh god, we're in a post-apocalyptic wasteland.
what are you?
I'm a mechanic, and apparently a pretty good doctor as well. My name's Maureen.
My name's Ben. Why did you hit me over the head, Marine?
You were in an accident. A reporter found you and brought you and your bike here.
My bike? What have you done with my bike?
Brought it back from the dead. Sort of like what I did with you. I need a little help getting it finished, though.
The audio presence between her lines of dialogue in the, like, cutscene view and this, where, like, she was, like, in the back of the room, and then she's like, let me just get real close. Yeah, this game might be a little bit challenging to find the correct audio levels. Can I, if I escape, is it gonna end the conversation or let me go to the menu? I'm gonna guess it's gonna kick me out of the conversation. Wrong. So it's tough because, like, there's times when it's, like, part of the conversation seems really quiet. I'm like, oh, let me boost the voice knob. But then that person just sort of steps closer to the microphone. I don't know. I mean, just give me your input, I guess, and we'll figure it out as we go. So who is you? We go back into... Yeah, sure. I mean, it's like this. I don't think we're gonna play the majority of the game like this, but we can have some fun cutting back and forth.
Who are you?
Maureen, remember? If that's too hard, maybe you should just stick with Mo.
Do you have a last name?
I prefer not to use it. What about you?
Same deal.
Then it's Ben and Mo forever, I guess.
I'm gonna let you all in on a secret. I did a quick search on this game to just try and find if there was an obvious corner of the screen for me to just like plop the camera for the purposes of streaming. And when I did, I came across a short blurb about what this game is, just like a summary of the plot. And in it, it names the protagonist, our playable character, as Ben Throttle. And I'm pretty sure there's no point in the game that says his last name is Throttle. I don't know if that's the whole reason the game was named Full Throttle. If so, it's weird that they go out of their way not to mention that the character's name is Ben Throttle. But today I learned that thing about this game from, you know, like 2 decades ago or whatever.
This an authorized Corley Service Center?
You could call this a Corley Service Center, but I don't have the official paperwork.
Ah, an illegitimate Corley operation.
I prefer to think of it as a renegade Corley operation.
It does sound a lot cooler.
Where'd you learn bikes?
I grew up working on them with my dad. One summer we did nothing but restore this old hardtail together. I mean, we scrubbed every
Yeah, but what about the
bolt until it
motorcycles?
shined. But he took off one day and he never came back. So I switched to toasters.
You live in this town?
Well, Melonweed's not much of a town. What's left of it is sinking about a foot a year. People either learn to adjust, or they leave, which is fine with me.
Not a people person?
I'm just better with toasters, that's all. You seem more concerned with me than your bike.
Give it to me straight, Doc.
How's it look?
Looks better than it did, but you gotta help me out. The front forks are wasted, so you'll have to get some new ones. And someone stole my welding torch. Can you believe that? I can't finish
People.
without one. And last but not least, I patched up your ruptured gas tank, but you're out of fuel and I don't have any.
It's one of the 2 or 3 puzzles from this game I remember better than any other. That doesn't mean I remember all the steps, but I remember what we need to do. Alright, so that's my laundry list of what I gotta do when we get out of here.
Where am I supposed to find all this stuff?
You can hack it, tough guy.
Where's the gas? I mean, I feel like the reason she mentioned that is because she doesn't know.
Where's the gas?
Well, there's a whole tower full of it at the edge of town. I have this crazy, irrational intuition that tells me maybe it's worth checking out.
How am I supposed to find your torch?
I don't know, set up a dragnet. Still can't believe someone would steal my torch. Who around here would do a thing like that?
Where am I going to find new forks?
Well, they don't have to be new, just not broken into little pieces. You can start
yeah,
by
I mean, that
asking
makes sense.
Todd in the trailer across the way. He runs the junkyard.
Actually, I think I can handle it.
Good.
Think I can handle talking to Todd. Maybe.
I don't have any money to pay you with.
Hey, this one's free. I haven't touched anything besides a toaster for so long. Getting my hands on your hog has really been a pleasure.
I'm starting to
Well,
question whether
thanks.
Don't
the
sweat it.
toaster interest is romantic. Some of the dialogue is misleading.
I gotta get out of this town, fast.
Trouble with the law?
Not in this county.
Then what's the hurry?
I feel like this last answer is the most metal.
Someone tried to kill me. I'm after him.
Why would somebody want to kill you?
To get me out of the way so they could ambush the polecats.
We better get this bad boy back on the road then, huh?
Like we're gonna have to solve a series of adventure game puzzles.
Well, I'll let you get back to work.
Let me know if you need any aspirin or anything.
I mean, look at me. I don't think I need any aspirin. What's the highlight stuff button? Probably don't need. Can I lick the gas can?
I'm not putting my lips on that.
Spoil sport. Can I kick
That
it?
wouldn't be smart.
Spoil sport. So we have here a photo.
Who's this?
Oh, that's me and my Uncle Pete. He took care of me after Dad split at this place he called the Mink Ranch. When he died, he left it to me.
You're a mink farmer?
Nah, that place went belly up long before he died. But I still go back there whenever I need to get away for a while.
Like, scanning for useful item. I don't think there's a lot of here. I do see at least one background toaster. There's the exit. Use lips on Mo. But then we're just gonna talk to him.
Mo.
Very
Yeah, Ben?
forcefully. A little trouble finding stuff. Sometimes when I'm having a really rough day, this is kind of what I feel like talking to people. Like, I'm just having a little trouble finding stuff. You know? Like, it feels like the
Well,
sort of thing you
I'll let
probably
you
don't
get
need
back
to
to
tell
work.
another
Let
person.
me know if you need anything.
I kind of wish that this game did have the standard, just like, click again to skip through dialogue. I get why you might bind it to something else, but, like, period to skip dialogue? Who picked that?
Oh, good, you're not dead yet. I might still get a quote.
You know what'll get a reporter's attention is saying that there's a scoop.
Listen, I've got to stop an ambush.
Ambush? Really? Where?
I wish she'd give you a toaster. I mean, here's the thing. It seems like those toasters are kind of precious to her. I mean, if she gave us a toaster, I feel like it would mean that we had a very close bond, you know? Somewhere between here and Corville.
Somewhere between here and Corville. My
As much as
crew
I
is
know.
escorting some VIPs to the Corley Motors shareholders meeting, and there's an ambush waiting for them somewhere up the road.
So, like... Toast to us part. You can understand why I find it difficult to summarize the plot of this game, right? Like, in the context of the game, it makes enough sense, but it's pretty esoteric. It's not like I have to save my lost love, or I need to acquire enough money to save the farm. It's like, well, I was at a bar, and some guy threw me in a dumpster and convinced all of my friends to go help him stage a coup of sorts. And then I have to stop them in an ambush, and it's a lot. It's kind of a lot, you know? Like, it makes sense, but it's weird.
I heard you saved my life.
Yeah, but don't worry. I wasn't trying to. I was just
appreciate
looking
that.
for some nice roadside disaster photos, and you helped.
Who do you sell those to?
You'd want a picture of me bleeding.
It's not the blood. It's the way you were, all twisted up like a pretzel.
I mean, it looks like we haven't even torn our protagonist jacket, so we couldn't have been that bad off, right?
Yeah?
This is hard for me. I need...
Come on, man, spit it out.
Could you give me a ride in your car? I've got to stop this ambush.
You're right. We have to get to the ambush, all right. But I'm afraid I'm without wheels at the moment.
How did you get us here?
Hitched.
Well, I'd better be
It's
going.
so bizarre.
All right, drive safe now.
Can you imagine the circumstances of, like, trying to not only hitch a ride on the side of a highway, but, like, to hitch a ride for you and, like, a badly injured unconscious man and his damaged motorcycle? What are all these accents? I think wild is the answer to that question. I honestly kind of feel like the voice direction for this game was like, you're a talented voice actor, just have fun.
It's
Because I
empty.
feel like most of the voice actors in this game are good. They just made some choices. And I don't mind it, but they are wild.
I don't want to hurt Mo's mailbox.
But it'd be funny if you did.
I'm not putting my lips on that.
Spoil sport. I like the pause there. Well, that seems ominous.
Thanks for the lift. Now I got a quote for you.
Now I'll leave for real this time. Okay, so we get, for this portion of the game, we get this, like, fun, weird, local mini-map sort of thing. Let's check out that gas tower. Because that sounds weird, doesn't it? Double-click to go faster? Good, I can. Alright, so what do we got here? Well, there's the tower itself.
I bet that thing's full of gas. If only I could get in there.
Now, are gas towers a thing anywhere that anyone in chat is familiar with? It doesn't sound like a concept I've seen elsewhere. But it's funny for him to say, like, you know what, looking at that, I think that thing's full of gas. Unless that's some sort of euphemism.
I'm not putting my lips on that.
Guessing I can't.
I couldn't
pull
break
this
that lock.
with my bare hands, even though I'm quite the dude.
I couldn't break that lock.
No, just like fix the door like you did at the bar.
Don't think so.
What if I picked the lock with my mouth?
I'm not putting my lips on that.
Spoil sport. I don't think we're gonna make much progress here. I honestly forgot there was a gate. There's things I remember about this game, and then there's things I don't remember about this game. Philadelphia was panicking about a gas shortage, and people started filling plastic shopping bags with gas. That sounds very bad. Is this like a recent thing, Sarah? Because that's bad news.
Smells like burning metal down there.
It's true, he really doesn't try to put his mouth on enough things. I don't know that they would solve all his problems, but I feel like they would help. I assume this is more music from... Gosh, what was the name? Something the Gone Jackals? I thought that was going to be an alternative to knocking, but now I'm just inside.
It's locked up with steel brackets.
What if we picked the steel brackets with our mouth?
I'm
Yeah,
not
fixed
putting my
another
lips
door,
on
right?
that.
I like to think that I'm not a biker so much as a repairman, you know?
I'm not putting my lips on that.
Oh, wait, actually, do you see when I get achievements? I think you do, right? Apparently there's an achievement in this game for having him say I'm not putting my lips on that enough times. Hey, a lockpick. That'll help me pick a lock. Although I'm not sure it's better than my mouth.
It's empty.
A weird drawer. There's something else in here, right? Need a specific tool. Open the cabinet.
His decor has a strong carnival coin toss flavor to it.
Ooh, refrigerator. What's in it?
It's either dog food or this guy's dinner.
Either way, it's going to be in my pocket in a second. I'm an adventure gamer. I have a problem. And that problem is stealing yo stuff that is not nailed down. I'm going to do a quick shift. Signs, to that, to this, to that. Okay, didn't miss anything. It seemed like a place I might get lost in a pixel hunt. Yeah, right? Lick it, kick it, bop it. We're definitely on our way to, like, inventing the bop it, for sure. Ooh, you know what? That's a good point. If we, Yeah, that seems familiar.
Who's out there? Hey! I'm trying to do my art in here, buddy. I don't got time to waste on bums like you.
I'm a friend of Moe's. I need...
Listen, I didn't take no welding torch. You hear me? I'm no crook. So get off my back already. What do you want?
I mean, I didn't say anything.
I got a guy coming to look at my art. So blow.
This is important.
Not to me, you freaky-looking hood. Now beat it. You knock for a reason or you just nuts? Get away from my door, you bone...
Alright, I fixed that problem too. But yeah, if these signs have a coin toss flavor, maybe we should
I'm
give
not
them a
putting my
taste.
lips on that.
That's a shame. Can we rummage around Todd's pockets?
I think he's had enough. This view defines true beauty. I'm not putting my lips on that.
I mean, you haven't even really tried it, though, huh?
I think he's had enough.
Alright, well, I rendered him unconscious, but I don't know what that did for me. I find it interesting that I kicked in his door, came in here, rummaged around, stole all his crap, left, but, like, closed the door in such a way that I couldn't open it again without kicking it in. I have a vague idea of what I'm supposed to do when he's unconscious, but it doesn't seem to be accessible to me, so I'm just gonna leave. We'll probably kick his... Oh, no, it's just open forever now. That's... Is there anything out here I'm supposed to care about? Oh, a sandbox!
Apparently, this guy has a dog.
Can I taste it?
I'm not putting my lips on that. No thanks. This sandbox has been taken over by a big dog.
Yeah, I think there's a comeback later, probably. Let's go ahead and use an inventory item. We have one now. Can I pick this lock with this, or do I need something fancy? Alright, that's a start. Go inside and see what the worst that could happen is. Looks like there's a lot to interact with. At least not outside the obvious. Hey, you know, just lick the ladder.
I'm not putting my lips on that.
Sport. How about we climb it? I'm guessing that we might have to fill some shopping bags with gasoline after all. Did you like that extremely manly run? Control? I do not. I think that's just like one other place to go to, right? Oh, hang on. This.
I don't walk.
Oh, that's like walk to our next objective. Yeah, I don't think we're doing that. Yeah. Remember there being some big old hassle about the junkyard. It is, I don't precisely remember.
Heavy looking.
Match.
No lock. This should be easy. It's unlocked.
It's already unlatched too. How about we try some cause and effect? This is one of those things that, like, I just remember learning by trial and error. Because, like, why would this work this way? But I just, like, interacted with all the objects and is like, so the chain opens the gate. Okay?
I'm not putting my lips on that.
I feel like you didn't have to let that go for that to work, you know? What do I have? And lockpick. I think I have any way to get through this right now. I appreciate the effort, though. We take a second to appreciate the effort. Hey, how do we think that looks in pixels? Wait a minute. Why is there an extra sound effect in pixel mode? That's not how pixels work. That's a separate thing entirely. Can I, like, throw meat?
That's not one of meat's many uses.
Well, that's a heck of an observation, don't you think? Try something weird.
A lockpick won't help there.
Try not to lean really hard on the spacebar highlight thing. Use it when we need it.
Todd's junkyard. Open up, Todd. Oh yeah, I knocked him out.
Yeah, knocked him out. Just give this chimney a good old kick one more time.
There's some sort of shop down there.
Interesting that I have to stand in exactly this position for him to observe that. Oh, hey, wait a minute.
Folks are mostly disfigured or dead, but sugar, I won't let it go to my mama's
Oh,
face.
I didn't notice that the cabinet was open, and that's how you get down here. Hey, it's one of the items I need.
That's my
He's so
welding
smug.
torch. How'd you get it?
Oh, it was just lying around.
A pair of forks, little gas, and we're set.
Forgot that this game does that. I just like pick up that item and it's like, well, you better turn that in immediately. Let's drop all other things you were doing. I mean, I think I kicked Todd a little hard. I'm not sure he's getting back up. Also, I already tried putting my lips on that, and for some reason I refused.
I had a dog with a funnel on its head when I was a kid. I had a dog with a funnel on its head when I was a kid.
How am I supposed to react to that? What's my takeaway?
I'm not putting my lips on that.
Okay.
Kick the little tin doggy, maybe later. I don't collect art, and I also don't collect whatever that is.
That's fair. That's fair.
I hope he's not trying to bring these to life or anything like that. I don't collect art, and I also don't collect whatever that is.
I think there's at least one other thing I need down here.
I nominate that as least offensive of show. I don't collect art, and I also don't collect whatever that is.
It's a good joke, but I feel like that could have been reserved for one particular item. Metal bird?
I could try, but it wouldn't die.
We only try to kick things that can die? Oh, I'm gonna use the shift here. Wait, no, those do appear to be mostly the... Did I act with can pile?
I'd rather just get out of here. I don't collect art, and I also don't collect whatever... Can't get up there. Can't get up there. I'm not putting my lips on that. Not a bad version, really.
Yes, that's all. I thought there was like a... Like I literally need like a tool, like a screwdriver or something.
Wouldn't look good on my bike.
Yeah, I would not say that the music is my personal choice. But, I respect the fact that they, like, collaborated with musical artists to get some kind of on-theme music. It's the thing that I am missing. I think I recall what it is I have to do to get into the junkyard. I don't think I'm close to interacting with the tower, although I don't remember all the steps for that. I need something... I think I need to do junkyard next, since there's not anything else in the basement. Here I need? Really tried licking that multiple times. Try and at least scan rooms pretty thoroughly before using the shift, just because the game was designed without it. But, you know, the remaster does leave it as a tool. Picking up anything weird. There's something weird? Ah, something I'm standing in front of that's definitely plot critical. Anything else, though? Mostly just photo and bike and Mo.
Mo.
Oh.
Yeah, Ben?
I'm a little trouble finding stuff, Mo.
I'm having a little trouble finding stuff.
What's the problem?
Where am I gonna find new forks?
Did you try
Maybe
the junkyard?
But I can't get into
You're
there.
right. No problem.
Good.
Well, I'll let you get back to work.
Let me know if you need anything.
I'll wait till she's done.
I like the bike?
I'm not putting my lips on that.
Alright, so I'm missing something. Not sure what or where. The lock? Oh, I do need the lock. The lock is exactly the thing that I need. How does this represent the lock? It's most of a question mark. Oh no, that's the hose. That's why. Because that is nothing. I need to use the eyeball arrow to find the lock and apply. Check this out. The latch was unlocked, meaning we could pull the chain and open the gate. It wasn't useful because we didn't have anything to hold down the chain to go through the gate. But what if we unintuitively lock the gate? Echo asked why we would check the junkyard for forks when they could be found in the kitchen. I think we need slightly bigger forks.
Junk.
Do I need that line? Is that something that we need? At least we know his feelings about junk. Although, it's unclear to me whether he would put his lips on that. And that's as much as I'm gonna say. If I just click anywhere, does he just hop the fence? Okay, good. That's really not good. Let's kick the wreck.
Cars? No, thank you.
He's a motorcycle guy, so he really doesn't like cars. You may have noticed earlier that he really struggled to ask for a ride in a car when it was a life or death situation.
Cars? No, thank you.
And how about this? How about this parts pile? Are there forks in the parts pile? I switched to pixel mode. I was trying to see what the dog looks like. I'm gonna try and get that again. Oh, there he is.
Who needs dogs?
Okay. So the dog ran off to the right. What happens if I go to the parts pile now? Is it still just a loop? Well, he found me. The dog found me. His run animation is very good.
Down. Who needs dogs?
Okay. Oh. I think if I click down arrow, I just descend the chain and go back where I came from, right? Like I said, she's surprised the main character isn't solving this problem with violence. His name is Ben Throttle, allegedly. It's definitely Ben. Again, I don't think Throttle is ever mentioned in the game, but I might be proven wrong there. Yeah, I mean, I guess dogs are off limits in the vast majority of video games, at the very least. Just walk down. Oh, that's right. That's how I can do it. Don't interact with the thing you need. The dog doesn't attack you. For some reason, he just really likes that part spot. If I go this way, does this trigger the dog? Ah. I get up to the control room. That is my most pressing question. If I click up, does that take me there? Sounds like it. That's not intuitive to look at. I'll say that. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I know what to do here. Go right. And I think... Well, first, let me just try
I'm not
using my
putting
lips.
my lips on that.
No, we're not putting our lips on that car? Okay. I want to, like, put...
Here,
Steak.
Poochie Pooch. Pooch. Bon appetit, mud.
And then we're going to just go upstairs real quick. How did... Sky dog. I'm not actually sure if this stops the dog, but I think it will stop the dog. Now, I will tell you that if you are playing this game for the first time, that puzzle will take you much longer to figure out, because you have to figure out the weird way these screens interconnect with one another. I mean, I'll grant you that if you go right here, you can at least see the interface of the crane to sort of indicate to you that you should be looking for. But you don't necessarily know it's part of the solution to the puzzle. And then you also have to figure out how to get there, and I just really don't feel like that's obvious looking at this. Okay, so at this point, I think it is possible that I can rummage through the parts pile. Either that, or the dog has just, like, adamantium lower legs and will just survive indefinite fall damage.
Nice forks. Where'd you find
Thank
them?
you.
Right
I've been
next to
working
the
out.
knives and spoons.
Just gotta gas her up and go.
What happens if you mess up? I mean, I think the way... like, the only real way to mess that puzzle up is, like, not getting the crane controls. Like, it sort of leaves the crane in a position where you can relatively straightforwardly pick up the car. But, like, it will... I mean, I think it'll let you put the stake in any one of the cars, and then the puzzle is just to navigate the crane over to whichever car has the stake in it, so that you could pick it up. I think when I originally played this game, I tried, like, stacking the cars for a while, because it seemed like that was the thing to do. I think I made it really difficult on myself, but, like, all you really gotta do is put stake in car, and then pick up car, and as long as it's, like, high up in the air, the dog's not gonna chase you, man. I don't believe there's anything else I need here, but I am gonna double check. Take the Rex.
Cars? No, thank you.
That's pretty much going to be his response to everything, huh? Can we go a little further over here so we can... That's the... Climb, climb, climb. This is harder to control than I remember. So, you know, we could stack some cars. Controls are so wonky. Are you seeing how, like, weird this is? I mean, it's all about following the shadow, which makes it more straightforward than it necessarily needs to be. I can't left here because this game has a really particular perception of its own. You not know what's happening. Need to be higher? Maybe it just needs to be higher. No, we're still at ground level. It's not tracking, huh? Those cars making love? Well, it's funny you ask, Arcadius. The answer is no, but I sure have tried to put my lips on everything. I was just pointing out, after solving a puzzle here, that I remember stacking these cars because I didn't understand the solution to the puzzle at first, when I first played this game. And Neko commented it seemed like it would be fun to stack cars, so I put some cars together. I'm not actually sure you can stack higher than that because of the weird way this game works, but I also feel like I've made my point. When did I first play this? Probably not like immediately after it came out because I wasn't an adult with disposable income, but like probably within a year or two of when it first released. As I said, I was very much anticipating this game coming out. I was very excited about it. Also, hi Arcadius, how are you doing? Alright, so that's 2 things down, which means I need to get some gas from the gas tower. You know, classic gas tower. When you don't have a shopping bag, a big old gas tower will do.
I'm not putting my lips on that. No.
It's a very helpful observation. Thank you, video game. Is a trick here. I don't exactly remember what it is or how I get it set up. What happens if I just stay here?
I'm not putting my lips on that.
All right there. I'm talking to you, boy. You are trespassing on private property.
Remain still, and we will not shoot you.
I get to say fire before you do that, Floyd.
Sorry, boss. I got excited.
Pretty sure one of those, the original voice of Sam from Sam & Max Hits the Road. Right, so how is it I get set up for that nonsense? Maybe we'll try talking to Mo, even though I'm pretty sure she will not provide us with any reasonable insight. She really doesn't care to help us solve our problems. She's just like, you're an adult. Do it.
Yeah, Ben?
Look, I'm having a little trouble finding stuff.
I'm having a little trouble finding stuff.
What's the problem?
Where's the gas?
Well, there's a whole tower full of it at the edge of town. I have this crazy, irrational intuition that tells me maybe it's worth checking out.
I mean, you say that.
I think I can handle it.
Good.
Well, okay, but, I mean, just to be clear, the fact that the gas exists there doesn't mean it's eminently obtainable.
Well, I'll let you get back to work.
If you lived near Fort Knox, you wouldn't just be like, well, there's Fort Knox if you need gold, so I figure you should go there. That's not exactly how stuff works. So, I got me a hose, I got me a gas can, I got me a lockpick, and I really don't have anything else going on right now. Anything from one of these other places I can use? Oh yes. It's quite the song that loops aggressively. If you ever go there, it just starts and plays like its full duration, and then I imagine it just starts over, would be my guess. So, that's pretty much like 3 hot spots, huh? Unless these cards are somehow different from the other one.
Cars? No, thank you.
Or unless I can somehow obtain something else useful from the parts pile that I didn't pick up before. The dog came back because I stacked the cars and don't have it elevated on the map.
Down.
I wasn't totally sure if that worked, but I thought I remembered that being the case. Because I'm pretty sure what I tried to do when stacking the cars is, like, first I just tried to stack the cars because I wasn't sure if I needed to, like, climb them or something, because I was a child and I'm not good at anything. And then I think I figured out the meat thing at some point, and I thought what I needed to do was, like, just put it on top of a big stack of cars so it couldn't come down. But that doesn't work. And eventually, somehow or other, I worked out that if you just leave it on the magnet, then the dog leaves you alone. But I don't actually think there's anything else here. I just don't recall what I need to do here. These signs will tell me about the new sound.
The top of this fence is electrified.
That's cool. Can I touch it for fun? What else here I'm missing? Signs and door and location. Looked at this. Also, it's not actually interactable. It's not interactable, but that doesn't mean it's not useful. Yeah, good thing I have shift for that. I can't imagine how long it took me to figure that out in the first place.
Remain where you...
Hey, where is he? I told you, I nailed him last time.
Well, who set off the alarm, Floyd?
Maybe somebody's just fooling with us.
No, it's him. It's that guy you keep missing.
Well, if you could hold this thing still while I'm shooting.
I'm going down for a closer look.
I don't see nobody. He must have run away.
Nah, we would have seen him running from the air. He must be hiding up in the tower.
We got him treed.
Let's go up and get him.
Who wants to talk about unintuitive but creative puzzle solutions? We got a big old tower full of gas, and you know what? Nothing to do with getting that gas we need. I remember what we happen to have in our inventory here. Well, it's a hose. Cool. And it's a gas can. And this took me forever to figure out just because I didn't understand the next part of this process, which is, in fact, to use mouth on something.
Hey,
that's right.
Who's that down there in the yard?
You siphon gas out of the vehicle
Where?
that's been chasing you mercilessly.
Quick, you go around the other side and we'll have
instead
him
of actually
cornered.
breaking into
Where'd
the
he
gas
go?
tower.
Let's call it quits, huh, boss?
No, let's call on reinforcements.
You know, if we'd been quicker on the draw there, they probably wouldn't be able to fly away. I don't think that actually
Oh, good. You get this
is
from the
something you
gas
could do in
tower?
the game.
Not exactly.
Well, that's it. Wait outside for a minute and I'll finish her up. I'm working on a surprise.
I hate surprises.
All right, here she comes. Am I cool or what?
I really like
You're
Ben.
amazing. I should crash that thing every day. So what's the surprise?
Oh, just your average everyday pre-regulation destroyer class solid fuel recoil booster.
You're serious?
Yes.
But only the vultures.
I have my connections. Now, are you gonna try this thing out or not? Ooh, wish I had a camera.
I wish I had some way of paying you back.
Just beat it, will ya? You're scaring away my regular customers.
Bye, Mo.
Your
Send me a
toaster
postcard
customers in
from
this
the
two-house
ambush.
town? Send me a postcard from the ambush. I appreciate that Ben, the protagonist, is sort of like Brock from Pokemon in that he basically never opens his eyes. But then again, so is she. Yeah, that's probably more fire than you want, but it does look very cool. Whoops.
All right, look lively. He's a sneaky one.
This time he ain't getting past us.
See him?
Nope.
Keep looking.
Remember that time we maybe made enemies of a bunch of gasoline law enforcement? I don't actually know what their title is.
Nah, I've already said my goodbyes.
I don't recall where I'm supposed to go. It seems if I try to go to any location here, it just gets off the bike. So why do I even have the bike here?
The ambush is the other way.
Nope. The box got me. I got. Go anywhere else on the road other than to the site where everyone's looking for me. So that suggests that I will need to do something off the motorcycle, but it is not immediately apparent to me what that would be. Especially considering I can't talk to Mo, who's the only friendly character who exists in the game thus far.
I've already said my goodbyes.
Alright, then I guess we'll go bother someone else. These cars are making you think of putt-putt. But Ben hates cars. He's made that very clear.
I'm not putting my lips on that.
I still can't lick him. Oh, I think I know what to do. So, is reaction time suitable for this task? I wonder how forgiving the game is going to be when I try this. The bike just lives there. Okay. So they seem to get real mad when I touched this ladder before, huh?
You hear that?
He's back at the gas tower.
He's got a lot of nerve, that piece of trash.
Let's get him.
All units follow me.
Gotta book it back to the bike if there's a time limit on this, which I don't know. Oh, okay. The game seems to understand what my intention was and is allowing this to happen. You would think that they would go for the loud motorcycle that's quite near the location they're investigating, but luckily, no, they didn't do that.
Ben, how'd you get behind us?
Where are the suits?
Corley's making a pit stop. He has a bladder the size of a thimble, man.
Ripburger?
Haven't seen him in a while.
Sorry, everyone's talking from the other side of a wall.
Did you find something up the road? Are we headed for trouble?
No. We're in it.
Put my head in a basket, 'cause I'd had a tank full. When she blew my gasket, I surely was thankful. Till I head for the skies up above. It's a woman with wheels that I love.
Does that mean that he's in love with a robot, or...?
Gotcha. Now, do something incriminating, like ambush somebody. Aha, the plot thickens.
You shouldn't have laughed at me in those board meetings, Malcolm.
What a psycho.
Gotcha.
You know...
Hey, look what I found in the bushes.
What is that?
It's a chokehold.
What is that?
Come here and I'll demonstrate.
It's got a camera.
I'll get
It's
her.
a person,
No.
you know that, right?
Nestor will take care of her. You have an important engagement with the rest of the Corley family.
Right.
But don't forget to destroy that camera.
Yeah.
I mean,
Now then, Malcolm.
couldn't we just do
how
that
about
now
one
and
for
sort of
the
solve that
road?
problem?
Corley? Corley?
Ben,
He's not.
I
Look,
guess
everyone,
Rick Berger
he's
couldn't
fine.
wait for natural causes. Just like him to hit a man when his fly's down.
That is pretty rude.
Rip Burger did this to you?
Yeah, he knew I was dying, and he knew that my will would put him out of a job. He wants to take over Corley Motors, Ben. Sell it off to foreigners, lay off workers, start making minivans. You understand me? Minivans!
Minivans.
Oh. You gotta hurt him for me, Ben. Promise me you'll hurt him bad.
I promise.
I mean,
I
I already
want my
kind of
daughter
hated
to
that
take
guy.
over the company.
You have a daughter?
Yeah, and she's a real mechanical genius, Ben. Rebuilt her first carburetor when she was 4. I used to call her the diaper dynamo.
Which is awkward
Find
because I
my
started
daughter,
calling her
Ben.
that when she was in college.
Find Marine.
Marine?
That the silencer on his gun has a little light to tell you that silence is happening.
Rip Burger's way ahead of me. I just hope Marine can handle herself until I get there.
Gun, I understand. Why'd he bring a camera? Who does this guy work for? Corley Motors.
Nestor, what's that moving over there by that pile?
I don't know, Rip, but I think that pile is Bolus.
Yes, now I remember. You're the smart one, aren't you?
This is quite the rogues gallery we have here.
There's Mo's shack, but I don't see the limo.
They have Mark Hamill basically using his Joker voice from Batman the
On second
Animated
thought,
Series.
Maybe I didn't.
And then Brain from Pinky and the Brain. And then, you know, like some third guy, but... Let's check that debris, huh?
Looks like someone searched this place in a hurry. Nothing left but debris, except for that smashed up camera. Back's open. No film inside. Mo said she didn't have a camera. Here's Mo's picture
did
of her and her
specifically
Uncle
say
Pete
that
at
for
his
some
meat
reason.
ranch. She said she went there whenever she needed to get away for a while. That's pretty much my only lead right now.
Sure, but what if I licked the debris?
I'm not putting my lips on that.
That's unfortunate. Anything in this room I care about. I did not care about... Well, I can't interact with literally anything now. Kick it?
This place is messed up enough.
Alright, well, I guess we're gonna go... mink farming. The room. To answer your question, Arcadius, I don't know, because I feel like I've seen We're Back, a Dinosaur Story one time, and it was so long ago that I definitely couldn't place any voice in it.
So much for returning to the scene of the crime. They'll be coming this way soon. I gotta get a plan. Fast.
Plan. Step 1. Get plan. Done. Did you make banana bread too, Demolition? Didn't Neko do that yesterday? Were you inspired by the Reckless Baking Club? I guess I just have to go north. Hey, I don't think there's anything else here for me. I'm still endlessly disappointed that, like, you don't seem to interact with the Reckless Baking Club. I mean, it's not that I wanted to beat them in a battle in Winter War Tactics Club, but if you don't battle them, it means you don't really talk to them, and that feels like a real missed opportunity. I guess we'll just go the other way, and that's our plan. We'll get a drink. That seems like a plan.
Hey, killer.
What?
Hey, it's cool. Your secret's safe with me.
What secret?
Haven't you been watching the news?
Once again, our top story tonight, Malcolm Corley, owner of Corley Motors, was found dead at a rest stop just outside the town of Melonweed.
The face is pretty static until he
Apparently,
says,
the benevolent
dead.
patriarch and CEO was viciously beaten about the head and neck, savagely and without mercy. Police have arrested a notorious outlaw biker gang known as the Polecats.
No.
With the exception of their leader, who is still at
entire
large.
gang?
Roadblocks have been set up along Highway 9 in an effort to apprehend this dangerous and violent criminal.
We've been set up.
Unbiased news.
Roadblocks suck.
I shouldn't have left the gang there.
Hey, I don't want to hear anything about it. You ain't making me an accessory after the fact. Just lay low, man.
You know, cheer me up. Some nice music.
Play.
It's probably still better than I could play the piano is. 12 seconds and then horrible screeching. Ocean says, this guy's persistent at that game. Oh yeah? Well, Ben says he can do that.
I can do that.
Not gonna happen.
Let me show
Let
you.
me show you how to do that.
Not gonna happen.
Seem to have a lot of time on your hands. Not to mention nicks and scratches. Am I distracting you? That's your truck out front. I need a ride.
I look like a cabbie to you? Get lost. They're not letting anyone through that roadblock anyway.
Not even truckers?
They turned me around, said police business only. Pigs.
Look, man. I really need a ride.
Look, I really need a ride.
Not gonna happen.
Why? Because you're afraid of some cops?
No, because I don't like you.
No, that's actually a pretty good reason. I just killed a guy.
I just killed a guy.
I'm just about to.
So good. I like this dialogue. It's not helpful, but it's fun.
I don't think that's good for the table.
Hey, Quahog.
Yeah, Emmett?
I'm gonna be knifing up your table for a while, alright?
The customer with the knife is always right.
I have heard that before. That's why it's such a good solution to adventure game puzzles, and yet for some reason it rarely applies.
Let me show you how to do that.
Not gonna happen.
Good talking to you. Friendly folks you get in here.
Emmett's not what you'd call an I'm okay, you're okay person.
Ah, shut your hole, Quahog.
To be honest, I don't think I've ever called anyone that type of person. You think I could use boot on him?
He's got a knife.
Is there something else the bartender will tell me that's useful?
Look, let me tell you what happened.
I told you I don't want to get involved.
Okay, so can't really talk to him. That's fine. Can I lick his cash register?
I'm not putting my lips on that. Nothing to grab. It's empty.
Can I kick it? Can I steal some bottles?
Can't. Got a ride.
See if we could do anything about this truck.
Look, I really need a ride.
Clearly, the game expects me to do this before going inside, as I know who the person who drives this truck is. Please kick it. I don't know that this will do anything else.
Look,
but I would like to
really
kick it.
need a ride.
Alright, what if I go...
Hey!
Okay. Let's talk to the trash.
Ben, no time to talk.
You know, it stank in there, but I can't remember a better sleep.
You gotta help me. Go find my editor in Corville. Tell him I took pictures of the Corley murder.
You got pictures?
Yeah, but some thug took my camera.
So you don't have any pictures?
That's what I'm
Well,
here.
I tracked the guy to Melonweed, but I'm not going near the place. They'd kill me. Get my editor. He's gotta get me out of this. Take one of these fake IDs to get through the roadblocks.
What is specific? Okay.
My career is riding on those pictures. Help me, Ben. You're my only hope.
Oh, don't worry. I owe you one. If Miranda's thug is the same one that trashed Moe's place, that could be Miranda's camera I saw there. But then, who's got the film?
The achievement for this point of the game is A New Hope. That tracks. Is that a Lord of the Rings reference? No, it was Star Trek. Okay.
Take that.
Quit it!
More fun under that circumstance. Well, maybe this guy would be more helpful to me now that I could get him through the roadblock, huh?
Let me show you how to do that.
Not gonna happen.
Good talking to you.
Pretty sure I'm better at that than he is. Yeah, how about... I assume this is the ID, because the other thing is the photo we took from Moe's place.
Here.
What's that?
Fake federal investigator ID. Could be of some use at one of those roadblocks.
Why
Ever
would you
hear of
stab
this
the knife
place?
into it?
Uncle Pete's Mink Ranch.
I remember there used to be some sort of weasel plantation or something up the road.
Down Highway 9 on the other side of them damn roadblocks. I used to pick up mink meat there real cheap and sell it to school lunch programs.
That's deeply upsetting.
That was a good scam.
So how about a ride? What if they search the back and find my bike?
It's buried in a pile of concentrated fertilizer powder.
Now I have
Trust
other
me,
concerns.
No one's gonna dig through that crap. Now you're gonna ride in the engine compartment.
The engine compartment?
Now I have more
I smuggle
concerns.
stuff in there all the time, and most of it's worth more than you. So stuff your carcass in there quick, and we might hit that mink dump by morning.
Hope you're better with a stick shift than you are with a knife.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is I don't love this plan.
Oh, great. Smells like he's got a fuel leak. I love engine fires.
That's so funny. Me too.
Sorry, sir. Only police vehicles beyond this point.
I'm with the feds, chump. Check it out.
Huh?
Very
What's this
plausible.
about?
Undercover agricultural sting operation.
What's in the back?
Fertilizer.
All right, move along.
Hope you rubes get your man.
No, he fell right asleep. Just the second that was resolved.
We stopped moving.
Right there a moment ago. It'd been easier to have a conversation
Problem
with
with
him.
your truck?
Loose hose, nothing big. I already pulled your bike out. It's sitting right over there. Well, nice knowing you. Gotta hit the road, you know.
Uncle Pete's Mink Ranch.
He did have a fuel leak, and he took my fuel line to fix it. That trucker's gonna die for what he did.
Well, that ominous music wore off quickly, so I'm not sure whether that's actually true or not. But, you know, we made it to a weasel plantation, and that's always good for a fun time. Hop on inside and see what we can find, huh? Multi-clicked. Promise. Well, the trunk draws my attention. Ooh, let's take a look at Banner.
That's the insignia of the vultures. I can't believe Moe used to be a vulture. But then again, how else could she have gotten that recoil booster?
Right? Only the vultures have that, apparently, we've established.
No.
If I kick it, is there a secret panel behind there?
No.
If I lick it.
I'm not putting my lips on that. I couldn't break that lock. I couldn't break that lock. I'm not putting my lips on that.
Like, if you're not gonna be willing to try to pick locks with your tongue, why do we even have that command, you know? You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
Lots of bikes. I don't have anything. I don't have anything.
Here's one of those really awkward adventure game things, which is like, we literally had a lockpick in our inventory, and I can think of no good reason why we would have discarded the lockpick.
I don't have anything.
And I immediately need a lockpick, and
I don't have anything.
I don't have anything. Can I open the big barn door to the mink range?
The barn's locked.
Now, that leaves us with the few
I don't have
options,
anything.
huh?
Open up, you minks.
Yes, because the minks are the ones in charge. That's how this operation works, I'm certain.
The barn's locked. I don't have
The wind's
anything.
back.
I'm not putting my lips on that. Not going back that way. Too many cops. I don't walk.
Can I just kick my bike real quick?
No.
Well, let's use shift. Missing something? Really? Be something inside then, as we don't have very many places to go. Let me just real quick get a pelt.
I'm not into furs.
You like how they taste, though.
I'm not putting my lips on that.
How high can you kick?
No. This must be the window Maureen stared out of as a young girl, dreaming of her life repairing toasters.
There must be more to this provincial life.
No.
Maybe just more toasters. Pillow is an object? What can I do with the pillow? Obviously acquire tire iron. Why did I even need to ask that?
I'm not putting my lips on that. I'd like to wrap this around Ripburger's neck.
Forgot I can, like, examine objects. Unfortunately, I can't lick them once they're in my skull. Which is a confusing sentence that's also just sort of accurate. Can I tire iron this sucker open?
Junk. And a hose I can use on my bike. I don't think Mo would mind if I borrow him. Mo?
If there's one thing that Ben loves, it's junk. You know this about him. That was an incredibly quick installation of that hose. Just from a logistics perspective, doesn't it seem like the tire iron could have been in our bike saddlebag or something? It feels weird that that whole area exists just for us to acquire that tire iron, and I assure you, that is why that existed. Because we will need it. Again.
She took my booster fuel. Why is she running from me? She must think the whole world's against her. I think I know how that feels. That does it.
He had...
He's dead.
That guy had an Imperial symbol tattoo from Star
That
Wars
sign.
on his arm.
That meantime in cavefish territory.
Not the cave fish.
Cavefish.
Yeah, but you kind of lost all of your payload there. I don't know if that's... Oh, that also appears to be dynamite? Sir, I think you have some, just like a little bit of dynamite, on the back of your truck. Yeah. That maybe wasn't ideal.
This cargo is worthless. We have been tricked, my brothers. Back to the cave.
A whole lot happened in a short period of time just
The
there.
place looks deserted. Maybe the boss was wrong and she ain't coming here.
She's coming. We just got here first. That means all we have to do is sit here and wait.
Stand in this pool.
I ain't looking to buy.
He won't kick the tires because he doesn't want to buy it. That's, good.
It's bolted on.
Bolted on, huh? I have exactly the thing to fix that problem. I don't know why I want to remove the wheels, but it stopped me here, and I'm gonna try it.
Well, that's all of them. Can't be much holding that up now.
Hello? Oh, okay. I'm not entirely sure how it is that, like, unbolting the wheels caused that to be physically possible.
What a mess.
There's something really amusing about someone doing something really drastic and causing an enormous problem and then just being like, what a mess. Dude, that was... You did that! That's you! Is there anything in this filthy
I've done
trailer?
my heavy lifting for the day.
Yeah, I mean, Sarah pretty well summarizes the experience of being an adventure gamer. Ah, good, we did whatever it is that we did. Hey, you know what we haven't done in a while? Pixels! Yeah, look at that still, like, pistachio green poo. We move real slow. So I think... Ah, yes, we're in this stage of the game. Fortunately, I don't remember any of the navigation for this. If you go long enough, you'll reach a dead end and turn around. Yeah, this must be the direction we came from. I think the dead end in this direction is the mink farm, right? Oh no, they're chasing us.
Look at him run.
Sensitivity on the mouse controls are weird. Like 2 exits before where we came from? We ruined a perfectly good car with some pistachio poo.
Boss, it was Nestor's fault.
Get in quick. I have a plan. We're going to lure the Corley remnant out of hiding with a bike.
Boss, she already has a bike.
Yes, but this one she worked on with her father. It's an emotional thing. Don't try to understand. Now hurry.
not sure Senor Big Bad is the person who I think is best equipped to explain emotional things. I mean, I definitely remember more of the puzzle solutions to this game than I thought that I would. And considering that I do recall this game being pretty short, we might be borderline speedrunning this. Don't know how that'll factor in. But that's another one of those puzzles that I definitely remember, like, working to real gradually. I forget what happens if you get them to chase you and you haven't done that. It may be just the case that they don't chase you. But I definitely remember, like, eventually, like, rigging the tanker to fall over, which I guess just increases the concentration of the fertilizer on the ground so that it kicks up the big cloud and causes them to crash. But, like, that's some real speculative adventure gamer cause and effect logic there, no doubt. Look at this sign. Oh yes, this is important.
Ricky Myron's infamous gorge jump.
All the information you give me.
Professor Schmetterling's experimental flying suit. One of the gorge's many casualties.
I like, it gives names for the successful canyon jump and for the flying suit, and then there's this guy who shot himself out of a cannon. It's just like, he died. This guy, he died.
Tightrope walkers, hang gliders, human cannonballs. Many have tried to cross the mighty Cuyahoga Gorge, and many have failed, except for Ricky Myron, the Flying Torch, who jumped the gorge on a stock Corley motorcycle. It was later uncovered that he had modified his Corley with a pre-regulation destroyer-class solid-fuel recoil booster and an automotive hover lift. Myron said he would gladly replicate the jump to clear his name, but his special ramp was stolen by a mysterious truck hijacking motorcycle gang. Recoil booster and a hover lift, eh? Thanks for the tip, Rick. You're right, though. I'll need that ramp.
Got ourselves a laundry list! Who's excited? Who likes puzzles? Alright, so I have a vague recollection of this next part, which is one of the more esoteric things in the game, if I recall correctly. And I say that having just completed the kick over the tanker and it will magically cause the truck to crash without any real instruction or provocation. I think I want to take this exit? Yeah, I think I want to take this exit. So, if I remember correctly, we are now in the fucking canyon.
Father Torque. I haven't seen you since you retired from the Polecats.
Hey, Ben. How's my gang doing?
That's a long story.
I mean, not good is the short version. Torque, I need your help.
Father Torque, I need your help. The gang's in jail and the law.
Ben, I'm not the leader of the Polecats anymore. You are. Can't you see I'm on permanent vacation?
Can you tell me how to get around an enormous gorge? Are you that good at motorcycles?
You know any way around Cuyahoga Gorge?
Around it? It's miles and miles long, Ben. What's the matter? Don't like bridges?
It blew up.
Ooh, sorry I missed that. Well, you could jump it, like Ricky Myron. Cavefish got his ramp in their hideout, you know.
That mysterious gang happens to be the same gang that we mysteriously saw try to hijack a truck, huh? That's very convenient. But, I don't happen to know where their hideout is.
Where is the Cavefish hideout exactly?
Somewhere on this road. The entrance is totally invisible unless you got those weird cavefish specs.
What are you up to in your permanent vacation? Which actually sounds like a euphemism for death.
What are you doing out here?
Well, retirement's pretty boring, Ben. So I thought I'd come out to the old mine road and look for trouble.
You're picking fights?
That's what the old mine road's for, son.
Here's some fighting tips, Father Torque.
Any fighting tips, Torque?
Ah, Ben, who's tougher than you?
Okay, so here's how this works. As mentioned previously, and as we briefly demonstrated, this game does in fact have combat, which is highly unusual for an adventure game. It's sort of a rock, paper, scissors thing, I think, which is why you have the ability to switch between weapons. There is, however, a trump card, I think. I don't remember exactly how you get it, how you, like, take down the person who has it, but I'm pretty sure when you get the chainsaw, it's basically like the sucker punch in Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. Which is to say that if you attempt to use it on anyone, you immediately win that fight. You don't chainsaw them, but I think they just, like, panic and immediately fall off their bike because you're going to chainsaw them if they don't do that. But I imagine that these tips here are what tell you how to beat everyone leading up to that point. I remember how to beat the cavefish, but it might be good for him to tell me if he does just tell me.
What's up with those cavefish, man?
Watch out, Ben. They're not out here for sport. They hijack big rigs. It's part of their religion. Don't get in their way. They're blind, cold-hearted killers.
Okay, yeah, I didn't think it was going to be that easy to get that information.
Those Rottweilers are ugly suckers.
They're none too bright either. I'm sure you can handle them.
The vultures are quick, and they're nuts.
The ones with those boosters are hard to whip. Just remember, Ben, it's not about muscle, it's about timing.
Alright, I feel like I got 1 tip and 2 amorphous nothings.
You're right.
Probably fine.
No one's tougher than me.
That's my boy.
Well, take it easy, Father.
Give him hell, Polecat.
I do like that you can ride over... What are these things called? Things that make noise to make sure you don't fall asleep.
Aggressive little warrior.
My tire iron. I now have access to fist, tire iron, and boot. And now that I beat him, chain. I think chain's a better weapon than tire iron. Just keep fighting people and see if we can accrue weapons or maybe encounter something more useful.
Say there, is that a pre-regulation destroyer-class solid fuel recoil booster you have there?
Or are you just happy to see me?
Yes, it is. Ta-ta!
Okay. So I need to get booster fuel, so I assume I have to take that guy down. But I didn't actually have a chance to interact there. So I think that's the way's game of notifying me that I need to take that guy down.
Can't reach.
Ooh. You catch that? He oil slicked me. I didn't remember that being in this game. So you can pretty much indefinitely ride the old canyon road or whatever this is called and fight people. There are some things that you need to acquire from here, so you will have to do this in order to complete the game. It's not just like a side quest sort of thing.
What's wrong? Lead divers?
That should have a couple of good boosts left in it.
That was a lot easier than I expected. I don't know if the timing that was alluded to earlier was I just had to catch him off guard by hitting him right when he started to speak, but that is what I ended up doing. For its time, these graphics sure were impressive. Well, I mean, when you're gonna say that, Demolition, why don't we do this in
like
old school
choppers,
graphics?
huh? How about food? Just for food, your food. Food,
Yeah, the chainsaw is a real beast. Don't remember how you're supposed to get it. I have a theory that might work, but I try the cavefish again.
Hey, it's my old friend. What's your name? Glad to see you all rehabilitated. My knuckles were starting to itch.
I think he has anything to give me. I think that guy's just there for flavor. Yeah, I don't think I don't think the pixel art mode is great for long bursts, but it is fun to look at occasionally.
Back for more?
It's just a matter of trying to dodge the chainsaw. If you can get the chainsaw, it really helps. But the chainsaw, as I can recall, isn't necessary to beat the game. Father Torque again?
Father Torque.
Apparently we only have chain, tire iron, fist, and...
Hey, Ben.
Which isn't a lot. It's basically 2 weapons, because the weapons are obviously better than not weapons. Does he have any new fighting
tips, Torque?
Ah, Ben, who's tougher than you?
I think this is new. How do the cavefish ride if they're blind?
How do the cavefish ride if they're blind?
Well, they're only blind because they wear those special goggles to shield their sensitive, cave-dwelling eyes. Special sensors in the goggles pick up the dots in the road and other large objects and landmarks to help them navigate. Kinda trippy, huh? Can't talk anymore, Ben. Eating too many bugs.
Well, take it easy, Father.
Give 'em hell, Polecat.
Make another... we'll leave at the next exit, because there's something I'll need to pick up in order to finish this area, but,
That's a spirit.
It's annoying that it resets your weapon inventory, like, immediately. Or, I guess, basically just after every fight.
Back for more? Let's chop you down and count your rings.
Yeah, I don't think you can move away far enough for that to work. Alright, so I'm gonna take the next exit and acquire a resource that might help with that. Remember how useful this big truck of poo was before? I think there's one more thing it might be able to do for us.
Maybe I'll just take a little.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Why shouldn't I have a fistful of poo? Think I care which direction I go? Something I need at the car? I think so. I do like that you get to, like, actually ride the road a little bit. Like, just the sort of navigating between the points in this part of the game that way is fun. Try this, but this isn't the purpose I know I need it for.
Let's chop you down and count your rings.
That'll do it. Now I got the chainsaw. So, like I said, I'm pretty sure once you have the chainsaw, it is just like one-hit win. I don't think there's anything that stands up to chainsaw. It's kind. Oh, I got wooden plank. Apparently, that guy has wooden plank, which I forgot was a weapon in this game. But if I recall correctly, I think what you actually need the fertilizer for is this. Oh, maybe I need the chainsaw for that. I know you need to do the fertilizer to take someone out, but I thought you threw it on the goggles guy because it like messed up their vision. Like if they take off the goggles, they're screwed up, and if they have the goggles on, they're screwed up. But if I can find another one of those, I'll try the chainsaw on them again. I think once you eliminate a certain weapon type from the pool, like, or basically once you collect a certain weapon type, it either removes them or at least reduces their spawn rate, I think. Other than this guy, he's just here to mess with them. Oh, he's got a new weapon. Look at all these weapons that are objectively worse than the chainsaw, which is easily the best weapon in the game.
Let's jump.
She's immune to chainsaw? This is a thing I don't think I knew. He only loses to fertilizer? Ever seen Mandy? I don't believe I know what that is. Hello?
Wow, are you really a polecat?
Yes, I am.
Yes,
Well,
chainsaw.
I hate polecats.
As tedious as this portion of the game is, once you have the chainsaw, it's, pretty good. Really not getting lucky with those cavefish spawns, huh? Where's my cavefish at? There he is. Alright, so we're gonna try a chainsaw on him this time. Yeah, alright. I guess you need to get chainsaw in order to take him out quickly enough. Oh. I forgot about this. What am I supposed to do about that? I don't remember. Remember that being a thing now that it's presented to me. But I don't remember how I'm supposed to solve that. Let's go ahead and take the next exit. I want to stop at the car and see if there's something there I'm supposed to have learn. Don't know where I am in relation to the car. That should be it. I haven't checked it out at all, so there could be something here. Probably just gonna say he hates cars, because he sure hates
I
cars.
don't touch anything without wheels. That's trashed. I'm not putting my lips on that.
Just put your lips on it.
I don't touch.
I chainsawed
I'm
him.
saving the gas for the mine road.
Well, there's a chance. I got like a whole bunch of weapons. I don't think any of these help me do anything
A
outside
thing
the
like
old
that
road.
has only one use. The old mine road.
Hang on.
I don't touch
Bender?
anything without wheels.
Bender
No.
is an interaction point before? Click off.
Now there's one thing I've never needed.
Just for that observation? Hey, wait a minute. Shift. No, it's kind of just one big hotspot, huh? Bender's different. Nothing else shows up similarly. Guess that's not helpful. Should we kick the car again? Try kicking the fender. I don't know if I kicked the fender or just the car.
No.
No, he won't kick the fender? Kick the car, but not the fender. What does that even mean? Or he will use as an item, or at least he has before. Hey, look at that. Right, I do need a hover part, right? In order to clear the gap. Must be the thing I've tried to obtain from here. Do I know how to install that onto my bike?
Looks okay for an aftermarket part.
Okay, well that's progress. It's not what I need, but it's progress. Try doing manure on the next cavefish I see again, and just try to avoid getting oil slicks. I'm not sure if that's an option. The only things that comes to mind. Oh, good. An actual quick spawn instead of going through 6 characters I don't need to. Like you can get close. Quite the cheeky move. But so if the chainsaw doesn't do it, it's supposed to do that. Seems like chainsaw is the obvious way to deal with someone who you have to take out in one hit. Just make real quick work of everyone who gets in my way. It's just gonna blow up again, huh? I mean, I can't help but feel as though there's a different way you could just make the attack such that they're distanced from their bike long enough for you to stop them from blowing themselves up. One would think that if I was to do that enough times, there wouldn't be any cavefish left. But I guess that doesn't help me either. It's a spirit! Most reach of any weapon. Plank of wood? Plank of wood? Did I get lucky, or is that the answer? Why would plank of wood be the answer? I remember plank of wood being in the game. How would that be the answer? Yeah, I'm not sure what it is about chainsaw that's supposed to make it, like, something they're immune to? Because they have that countermeasure? I don't quite get the logic there. Definitely remember struggling with all this. Ah, shit. That's not what I meant to do. Just click because I was waiting for so long. So, once you get the goggles, it's supposed to help you find their secret hideout. I remember it being weird. It's, like, kind of subtle. Please equip goggles. Goggles. Activate. Form of goggles. Alright, so this is an exit sign, so I don't want to click that. Can't actually maneuver. I'm on rails now because I have goggle vision. Okay, the other exit. But that's not the thing I want. Because, I mean, exit's just an exit. Oh, wait. It's right after that exit. That's why it goes on for so long. I was reading the button, but that time it said cave. That's why it's subtle, and that's why it's kind of a nuisance. My bad. That was just exit. And one of these exits, like exit, and then immediately followed by cave. Part of me is tempted to, like, look up this interaction in the game and figure out if Plank of Wood is supposed to be the one who brings balance to the force or whatever. But I don't remember that being the case. Really just like a wild shot in the dark that happened to succeed. It's after this one? No. Maybe the next one. I don't think there's that many exits. Orange, you glad that it takes so long to cycle around if you happen to miss the very easily missable cave entrance? I'm grateful for that. Exit. Exit. Nope, not this one. Exit. 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 My cave button. I'm sure you all love this noise. Is that the one just after the crossing? I think it was. I haven't missed it again, have I? Exit. Cave. It's really easy to miss that. It really is. It's so subtle. So, I know that the end of the playable demo back in the day that I mentioned earlier in the stream was jumping the gorge. And I know that you had to go through this cave. I don't think you needed to obtain the other items. I think the way the demo worked was that, like, if you solved the cave, then, like, it would just show you the cutscene that happens after you get all three of the things, and then it would sort of be like, full throttle, please buy for release. Drive around the gap in the time it would take you to find the cave. I mean, I think it might be, if I knew precisely where on the old road the cave was, there's probably a shortcut where you just, like, exit on one of the random exits and enter at the one that's closest to the cave entrance, but not knowing that it's a risky proposition. It feels safer to just take the really tedious path and just try not to miss cave once you know what you're looking for. Hey, it's that ramp. I think we did have to do the old... I don't actually remember much of what happens in this cave, but I don't think it's as simple as take ramp. Pretty sure there's more to this. But I am going to try to take ramp. Does not seem like a super secure connection, but okay. By the way, thank you for that. I was missing having like a jarring noise from riding on the road doing the goggle search for so long. So that's a good way to ease back into normal gameplay. Thank you, Sarah. So let's check out the fortress and then maybe put our lips on it.
Everything about these guys is creepy. I'm not putting my lips on that.
Oh, come on. Hey, come on. Chat, are you telling me you wouldn't put your lips on?
Don't think I'm getting in there.
I feel like I'd put my
I'm
lips
not
on that,
putting
right?
my lips on that.
I feel like I would. Alright, well, I have the ramp. Uh-oh, they seem to have heard me leaving. I do like the art style.
Word
A whole swarm of locusts.
And who was he? My brothers, we have been visited by a spirit. The spirit of Ricky Myron, come to reclaim his ram. Why do you leave it here? He can't use it because he is a spirit.
That tracks, that tracks.
Expressing his anger, which we must honor. Oh, angry spirit of Ricky Myron, we honor your rage.
Could you please do so by leaving the ramp outside the cave?
Back.
Might remember how to solve this. Not certain. I think either way. Start by... Oh. I think I can actually ride the bike there and it's not a problem. It's surprisingly easy to get off your bike in this game. By riding your bike places. And committing crimes of various levels. Although it is possible I'm supposed to not have the bike here. But Neko raised a good point, which I didn't try licking the ramp.
I'm not putting my lips on that.
Holy Haggis, I'm gonna say that you haven't missed an awful lot because I keep trying to lick stuff using the lick interface in this game, and so far all I've done is drink a little bit of gasoline. How are you doing? How was Psychonauts 2? I've played none of it. Yeah, that's how that's supposed to be. Yeah, I think I'm not supposed to bring the bike. I think that's how this goes. I think I've ruined this. Or, actually, I might be able to salvage this without having to go through the whole shebang again. If away! Right, Haggis? I don't understand why we feel the need to, like, limit the lick input of players in 2021. You like this is... No, don't drive the bike. Why can I always get off the bike when I don't want to? And then vice versa. Vice versa. Oh no, can I not get off the bike on the screen? No, I absolutely can. Okay.
I don't
Be
spelunk.
like that game. Oh, is this too far?
I don't spelunk.
Howard doesn't lick anything and he doesn't spelunk. Better be
I
close
don't
enough.
spelunk.
Really? Okay. Now, I'm gonna try and get off the bike as far away from the ramp as I can, because I think that is important. Really? I can't... Wait. Yeah, I'm gonna try that again, just because I really thought... remembered how that worked. You're really not gonna walk like a short distance down?
I don't spelunk.
Okay, I'm not entirely sure I remember the precise way to get the ramp to do the thing that I want it to do. Because the game has hinted at a function that's, again, actually quite subtle and obscure. This game is very LucasArts. There have already been like a ton of Star Wars references. I mean, at least all things considered. I kick the ramp.
No.
If I touch ramp and not bike, does it do the thing I want it to? Oh no. No. I think I got it. I think I know how to do this. I don't know what this song is. Then we will get off our bike. Then we will ramp. So when you move the ramp from its original position, you see that it kicks off one of the, like, reflectors that they use to navigate. So when you remove the reflectors, they sort of drive directly off that path and
I'm done
to their
with these
death.
boys.
Although, for some reason, at least in the remaster version of the graphics, it doesn't actually show the reflectors being removed, so it kind of just looks like you touch the ramp, make a few noises, and then they decide to just kill themselves. They're just like, no, a small noise in our cave! I must fling myself into the abyss. So, I should have everything now. I think I'm good to go. Because I have the booster, I have the ramp, and I have the fuel. Scraw! Not only was there a Deem Scraw, there was like an animal Scraw. That seems to be of a unified mindset that a small noise, the suitable reaction to an unexpected small noise is to fling yourself into the abyss from a motorcycle. And you know, I'm not here to argue that. So I think, because I have the three things, I go back to the far end point of this part of the game, and then I just go real fast and jump off the ramp. I think the only reason... Actually, wait, maybe I don't even need to do that. Maybe I can just do the jump. But I'm just gonna do it for safety's sake. Also, at this point, I would have to stop somewhere to turn around anyway, so... Might as well just go all the way back. You like the song I've created? And now we ride! Like the wind! It's weird that I can drive full speed through that. Oh, if I drive full speed through that, it kicks up a little bit to demonstrate that it does that after the puzzle I saw. I don't actually remember if I need this extra speed, but I've really overcommitted to being cautious here. I think next is endpoint. Yeah, alright, I probably just need to, like, interact bike with ramp or something. Ooh, can I lick the ramp? Let me just, real quick. I know I've already wasted a bunch of time by doing that, but just before we go, because, you know, the ramp's sort of a one-way
I'm not
trip.
putting my lips on that.
It's so ridiculous. I don't relate to this character at all. I mean, look at that ramp. Cat, back me up here. You look at that ramp with its cool flames and its utility of being able to, like, remove deflectors from the road. And you want to put your lips on that, right? I don't think I'm the weird one. Can I... What's the... Where... Hang on. Look at the small hitbox on this that I have to hit.
Alright, I've modified my bike enough.
It is rather smoochable, right, Haggis? So you do have to do it, but the game does it for you if you find the super minor hitbox. It is a good point, Neko. I mean, like, as Demolition says, it's bad enough that he just, like, walks all the way over to it to make that observation. But I do appreciate the fact that he, like, turns off the bike, goes over to it, and then he's like, I'm not putting my lips on that. I don't know that we needed all that proximity, to be honest with you. Whatever, Sarah. You know that's a smoochable ramp. We all know that ramp is smoochable. Are we already here? This game is even shorter than I remember. I think we're like fully halfway through the game or more right now. You know what? Let me just go ahead and kick the factory real quick. What if
I'm not putting my lips on that.
Okay.
Souvenirs here. We got your hats. We got your pennants. We got it all right here. Official Corley Motors merchandise. Drive your own derby car by remote control.
I'm not putting my lips on that.
He won't even kiss
Our
the
bunnies
bunny
come
toy.
with batteries included.
Wait a minute.
Lovable
When you
little
look at the
bunnies.
rabbit toy, his response is,
We got your t-shirts here. All right, let's see the cash, amigo.
I'll owe ya.
No bucks, no yucks, compadre.
Can you imagine going up to a souvenir
All
stand,
sizes and
just
colors.
grabbing
I
something,
got a
and it's like,
button on
all
my
right,
toe
pay
that's
for that.
wired
And you're like,
directly into Corley Security's alarm system. Of course, I could be lying, but the question is, do you feel lucky?
Lately? No. Those weapons were out of weight.
Fill our handy beverage hats with your drink of choice.
did you like that? Did you like that line read? Those
What can I
weapons
get you?
were a lot of weight.
Why all the lights down here?
We got a demolition derby tonight. First prize is a vintage curly hardtail, completely restored by the old man himself.
Demolition, I didn't know you were holding
Yep.
a derby in this game.
What's this big arena doing way out here?
Corley built the Smashatorium so his employees could have some wholesome entertainment nearby. He sure took care of his employees. I got no idea what's going to happen to us now that he's gone.
Smashatorium does seem like a worthwhile construction. I am indeed looking for a good souvenir.
I'm looking for a good souvenir.
Well, good souvenirs is all I got. What can I fix you up with?
How about a rabbit?
Something small, furry, and yellow.
Sorry, this is the only set of teeth I got. Dang,
All right,
there
I
goes
no longer
another
want
one.
to talk to this man.
Bunnies, and plenty of them.
You want bunnies? I got your bunnies. How much you got on you?
Can I just take them out for a test drive?
I think you may not be ready for the kind of commitment that comes with a Corley Bunny value pack. Sorry, son.
I appreciate the fact that, for whatever reason, not only does this Smashatorium gift shop sell, like, toy bunnies, but it sells them in a value, what appears to be 12-pack? Actually, does the original... Yeah, it's still 12. Okay. The shirts come in... Do the shirts come in, like, biker size?
Those shirts come in extra, extra large.
Eh. No, but they're pre-shrunk.
No thanks. How about that little car there?
It's small, but it's not cheap, my friend. You better just take it for a test drive to make sure.
Okay.
What do those pennants say on them?
Can't beat a Corley, they say. Kind of ironic, actually, considering how he died.
So
Still,
rude.
look great on your bedroom wall.
No walls. My bike is my home.
We could set you up with a little pole so you could make a flag, you know, for your back seat.
I'll, think about it.
Do you actually have any money?
As much as I need.
Here's an interesting question. It's relevant because he has one of those novelty, like hats with straws coming off of it. But what's in that hat?
What's in the hat?
I don't know. Came filled with it.
Ooh,
Probably
wow.
some sort of packing material. Packs a punch, I'll tell you that much.
I don't believe you're meant to drink that. Okay.
Seen any vultures around here?
Nah, we don't have much of a vulture problem here, even though their hideout is right up the road. They stay pretty much locked up in there. Not very social. Looky here. Nothing personal, but why don't you mosey along and stop scaring away all the other customers, all right?
Just clearing my throat.
What other customers?
You, big fella. Come give our derby car a spin.
Okay, I will.
Sure. Take it for a spin. Just don't go out of range. Souvenirs to remind you of your special Smashatorium adventure. Buy your kids a bunny so they'll shut up on the long drive home.
Looks like it's getting weak.
Oh, great. You killed the batteries.
I like
It's
how
out of
long he
juice.
tries to
Don't be a
use
cheap
it.
jerk. Buy something.
Can I get him to replace the batteries?
Looky here. Nothing personal, but why don't
No.
you mosey along and...
Just
That's a no.
If we don't got it, then it stinks. All right, let's see the cash, amigo.
I'll owe you.
No bucks, no yucks, compadre.
We need some other thing in order to interact there. Where else can we go? How about over here? No, I'm sure this will be fine. I'll just walk up to the front door of the place where the new CEO wants me dead. Hello,
Just
it's
like
me.
the cell
your
doors in
nemesis.
solitary. I'm here for the shareholders meeting.
Mr. Ripperger's postponed the meeting until Mr. Corley's murderers are apprehended. All the shareholders were notified.
Yeah. Well, I haven't checked my voicemail lately, Mac.
Does anyone else appreciate the fact that this man was like, well, we can't have that meeting until the murderer is found, to the presumed murderer? I appreciate that. Can I,
Hey, open up. Let me in.
Beat it.
Jerk.
Can't lick the panel, but probably kick it.
No.
Really? Can I kick big door?
Let me in.
Beat it.
Jerk.
Good times, good time. Okay, well this doesn't seem particularly helpful either. But, oh, got something over here. That's annoying to listen to.
Wow, this place sucks up the juice.
Hey look everyone, we found
closed.
season 2 of Lost.
It's closed mechanically, in a serious way. Rusted, too.
What if I attempted to use a tire iron? The answer to all not knife-related problems.
It's meant for nuts. This foundation really needs some work. I'm not putting my lips on that.
Oh, just kiss the wall a little bit. Just a little bit.
It's meant for nuts.
Alright, so I can't pry the wall open with my bare hands. Can I kick it?
It's closed mechanically in a serious way. Rusted
Alright,
too.
I'm gonna use shift because I hate it here. There's something different about this
I'll beat
section
it
of
up
wall?
later when I have more time.
I don't want to spoil anything for you, Neko, but typically in adventure games, your items are used for something.
It's sealed shut. I'm saving that chain for my friends on the old mine.
Okay, we'll leave the really loud place.
I don't walk.
By riding our bike over there. It does have a go there arrow.
There's the vultures' hideout on the other side of this field. I've heard a lot about the vultures. And I guess it's all true.
Now, I wouldn't say that this is... Well, actually, this might be the most difficult puzzle in this game. But more than that, it's also the worst puzzle in this game. And I'm certain you'll agree with me once we get around to finding the solution, but a few more steps before we can do that. I actually think there's anything we can do here for now. I like the foreground skeleton. That's a good touch. I don't actually remember how to interact with that, like, alleyway exactly. The really noisy bad one. I think you can go any further out there, but I think we can't actually walk past the souvenir guy. I don't know how much further we can
Pat
get.
the bunny. You know you want to. You just can't get this stuff anywhere else, folks.
A poster.
That's the old hardtail Mo restored with Malcolm.
Okay, so I can't go that way. This music is bizarre.
It's the exit. It only spins one way, and it's the wrong way. I'm not putting my lips on that.
Real quick, I have to make sure.
I'm not putting my lips on that. I'm not going in there. They all think I killed their beloved leader.
Doesn't leave me a lot to do. You sure you won't?
I'm not putting my lips on that.
Fair enough.
And it's cheap, too. I'm practically giving this loot away. What's a couple of bucks in exchange for a timeless memento? These souvenirs all have an expected appreciation rate of 300% per year.
It's meant for nuts.
I just apply violence.
Don't crowd, everybody. There's enough.
It's meant for nuts.
That's right. Official Corley Motors Smashatorium souvenirs.
It's out of juice.
Don't go away empty-handed. Come on, give me a break. Don't go away empty-handed. Come on, give me a break. Looky here. Nothing personal, but why don't you mosey along and stop scaring away? We got it all right here.
I'm saving that chain for my friends on the old mine road.
Souvenirs to remind you of your special Smashatorium adventure.
No,
Fill our handy beverage hats with your drink.
I'm not putting my lips on that.
I actually wanted to talk to.
You'll be keeping cold and looking bold.
Shift?
We got it all right here. If we don't got it, then it stinks.
Ask him questions about the souvenirs without
Excuse
talking to
me,
him?
but are those shirts, are they all cotton?
Well, let's just see here.
When it was in the dialogue tree, I couldn't just steal stuff, but now I can.
100% cotton.
Oh, that's too bad. I'm allergic to cotton.
That's right.
think I
Official
might-
Corley Motors You big.
I like that I now have an item in my inventory that I can just click to act. Hey, how about,
Excuse me, but are those shirts, are they all cotton?
Well, let's just see here.
It's out of juice.
100% cotton. Yep, I'm practically giving. That's right, official. We got your t-shirts here. Souvenirs to remind you of your special Smashatorium adventure.
Excuse me, but are those shirts, are they all cotton?
Well, let's just see here.
A bunny won't do much there.
100% cotton.
I really do not recall. Oh. Maybe I know how to get battery out of that bunny. I'm gonna try something. I don't precisely remember what I need the car for. For some reason, I don't remember very much of this specific section of the game, but I've remembered the vast majority of everything leading up to it.
The minefield's been replanted. Tidy little vulture.
I'm sorry, bunny friend, but I might need your service. Hey, look! Some batteries fell from the sky in a completely unrelated incident. I think that music choice is very amusing. If you're not extremely familiar with Bugs Bunny and Looney Tunes, which, I mean, those cartoons are extremely old at this point, so I don't doubt that. But I believe that song originally comes from an opera I can't identify because that's not in my skill set. But it is also used in some Bugs Bunny cartoon, and I think it's Elmer Fudd dressed as an opera singing Viking lady. Sings it as "Kill the Wabbit, kill the Wabbit, kill the Wabbit." So it is an interesting choice for this minefield, where, as you may have ascertained, that bad things might happen.
No.
Unfortunately, that one rabbit hasn't cleared enough
Don't think
minefield
so.
for us to get through. Is that right of the Valkyries? Might be. For some reason that doesn't sound right, but it probably is. Go ahead and save now that we're extremely... Yeah, we're like 60% through the game? I actually thought we were a little further than that. Well, I got batteries, which means I can turn the car back on. Yeah, actually, I think I know what I'm supposed to do.
You big fella, come give our derby car a spin. These souvenirs all have an expected appreciation rate of 300% per year.
That should put some life into it.
Just, go ahead and... Woohoo!
Okay, that's far enough, bud. Let's bring her back now. Demo's over. Hey, don't go in there.
I feel like there should be a red arrow to signify I
Now
can
look what
go
you
in there.
did. The entrance is all the way through the factory. Hang on, little buddy. Daddy's coming.
Now it's just me and the bunnies.
Real quick, gonna get a whole bunny box.
No mementos. I'll have scars enough to remind me of this trip.
I love this stock animation because this seems completely
Nope,
ridiculous.
not as much
right
fun without the car.
now. Okay. I think. Can't take the shirts. He's allergic to cotton. I'm pretty sure he made that up, Nick. You know, it's actually kind of funny. You know, I mentioned that I was really looking forward to this game when it came out, and I did like it quite a lot. I mean, I definitely got stuck at some of these puzzles, and I was a little frustrated with some of them, but, like, honestly, you know, it's pretty par for the course playing an adventure game for the first time. You've seen it happen before, I'm sure. But this game is, by its nature, quite short. According to the save file, we're already over halfway through the game, which makes me think I should probably call an early end to the stream, even though we got a little bit of a late start and whatnot, just because if we go much further than this, then we're going to have an awkward length stream. It may still be a little bit awkward, but no, I don't remember stuff between here and the very end of the game extremely well. I might remember it a little better once I see some of the environments or whatnot, but I think there'll be enough thinking left to do that'll probably even out. And I know for sure that the last section of this game is probably going to take some doing, is all I'll say about that. You know, what are people's thoughts? I'm going to save the game for the purpose of saving the game. Yeah, that's 4% of the game completed, just getting that box of bunnies. Let's do this, and exit. I mean, there's enough left of the game that it would probably take until, you know, dawn or something your time, Neko, in order to finish it tonight. But, I mean, I think at this point we would play probably the other half unless something weird happens next Saturday. Yeah, I'm curious what other people think. I don't know how many of you. Anyone played this? Sometimes there's like one or two people who played some of the adventure games I've played. But I mean, this one is relatively obscure, even by adventure game standards. I don't know what it is about this game that I like so much. I mean, I think a big part of why I was so excited about it in the first place was just, you know, I played the demo, and the demo was like mainly that cave fish segment. I don't actually remember how the demo handled you getting into their cave. I thought it was... I don't remember being an extremely long demo. I also don't feel like it would have had you do that particular puzzle where you have to, like, do all that weird combat and then get into the cave, but maybe it did? But I know it ended with, like, setting up the ramp on the edge of the canyon and then doing the jump off of it. And I just remember thinking that was, like, really cool. Is it, like, I like the character a lot. Even though he, like, doesn't say a ton, I feel like you get a lot of personality out of Ben, and I've always liked him, and I like the voice actor who plays him. And, like, that coupled with, like, the cool, like, he's a tough biker guy, does this cool jump. It's like, I don't know, it's just, like, different from any other adventure game I'd played, and maybe that's why it was so exciting to me. But, like, I don't know, I would expect to be kind of, like, disappointed with the length of the game, but maybe it was just that I hadn't completed a lot of games at that point in my life, and so it being relatively short sort of lost on me because it still took me quite a while to beat it originally. I mean, Tim Schafer has worked on some non-adventure game stuff, but that wasn't until, like, post-2000, I think. With, like, Brutal Legend? and like some stuff after that. I want to say that was the first one. But yeah, I don't actually. I think I started saying this before, and then tried licking something and lost my train of thought, which sounds right for this game. But I don't actually know what the last like OG LucasArts game that was released in the 90s was. I know this was late. This was one of the later ones. I kind of want to say the Dig came out after this by maybe a year. And then I don't immediately know of any that came out after that, but it's possible I just didn't play them for some reason or other. Definitely played the Dig on stream at some point. The Dig is a real family classic. It's my dad used to like adventure games. My dad is not a big gamer, which really isn't a huge surprise. But the atmosphere and the voice acting in Dig is really enthralling, and the world in it is also quite interesting. But I remember my dad trying to play that game, and he just like couldn't complete like one of the puzzles that was necessary to sort of get into like the main portion of the game. And he, for a long time, he would joke about that. He would just be like, still stuck on the surface of that Dig planet. Know if anything else happens in this game. Oh yeah, Grim Fandango would have been after. Although I mean, in some ways, I would argue that like, as I was mentioning, was it last night when we were talking about Grim Fandango? Even though I played Grim Fandango at the time, it's not really the same. I mean, it's still an adventure game, certainly, but like, I think that sort of maybe that's the mark. Is maybe Grim Fandango is the first game like to create the divide between the classic LucasArts adventure games. Yeah, I haven't heard of Crime Cities either. I don't know what that is. But like, yeah, just the fact that like Grim Fandango was sort of a non-traditional like tank control, not point and click adventure game, like was kind of divisive back in the days. Like I remember it kind of being an issue. Some people were like, "This isn't an adventure game. I can't play this with my mouse. I don't understand what you're talking about." But one of the funny things about that is now it ports reasonably well as a remaster onto consoles, whereas point and click games don't. So in some ways, it was kind of forward thinking, even though at the time it was sort of viewed as being a strange outlier departure from the genre. I don't know if I had a point, or if I was just waxing poetic about the fact. Well, I guess I was sort of remarking that. Yeah, we're definitely about halfway through this game, and considering we've been playing it for about 3 hours, that's a pretty short game. But you know, you compare it to something like Strangeland, which we streamed back in October, and being a short game doesn't mean it's bad. It's just, I guess my point was more that because I'd been looking forward to it so much, it's kind of surprising to me that I don't ever think about the fact that it was so short as being like some disappointment. But yeah, I mean, I continue to like this game. Sometimes you play a game, and adventure games are maybe even more guilty of this than some types of video games. But sometimes you play a game and you're like, you know what, this definitely isn't as I remember. But the only real issue is that I remember the puzzles in this game well enough because I played it so much that it makes the game seem even shorter by comparison. But I like the humor. I like there's things you could probably do to like improve it to just make some of the puzzles a little bit more challenging than they are. I don't know. This game does kind of vacillate between like really obvious and like completely obtuse. I'm also still not sure about that wood plank thing. If that's supposed to be like, I don't know, the chosen weapon to acquire the goggles. Yeah, I'm glad people seem to like it. We will plan to finish it next weekend. Might end up being another short stream, but I think it'll probably still be close to the normal time frame. But for now, I'm sick of having the lights on, so why don't we wrap things up by trying to locate secret Squirtle. As always, somewhere on the couch behind me, I've hidden a secret Squirtle. And the primary rule of this game is that if you can see a Squirtle, it isn't a secret. My brain completely shut off after that. Oh, of course, it's useful to note that the main reasons to seek the secret Squirtle is that finding a secret Squirtle is known to be something of a good omen of luck in the week to come. Yeah, I mean, I feel like in my head canon there was like a clearer. I feel like I remember there being a more clear explanation about how the goggles work. I thought it was kind of like they coated stuff with like a paint that would be picked up by it or something, but like the game's kind of just like it picks up what we needed to pick up in order for it to make sense and for them to drive around this canyon without crashing into walls and dying. But then there's like the important plot point that if you like remove the thing that will make the sound to alert them to that turn, then they drive off the cliff. I mean, I've memed a lot about trying to like lick every object in the game, but back when I originally played it, one of my favorite things about this game was the boot, was that you could routinely just like kick stuff. And frequently it matters. That's like often a thing you need to do to advance the game. Alright, let's gather some guesses here. And Concerned Loaf, Gene, Brown Bear, Dinosaur Bull. Kicking stuff is good. I mean, knife is better. I don't believe this game has any knife in it, which is quite unusual. Actually, this game doesn't have like a lot of common adventure game tools. I thought I remembered there being a screwdriver in this game, but I don't actually think there is. And there's no knife or rope or matches, which are like the big ones that are in like a really high percentage of adventure games. But let's see if we can't kick the end of the stream and figure this out. No, that doesn't work. I was gonna say kick off, but that means to start, so that doesn't work. That isn't it. Someone in chat figure it out. So I saw a guess for hiding back there. Got Anime Eeyore, very good friend. We also have Wally riding a Triceratops, which, like, can we fund this movie? I would watch this. There's no Squirtle there. Look behind the neighboring Concerned Loaf. Jiggle everything. You'll find Anime Winnie the Pooh. But no Squirtle yet again. Find Brown Bear. The extremely peculiar arrangement at this mustachioed and monocled narwhal holding up Master Yoda. But alas, no Squirtle. And I think the other guess I saw was that there was a Squirtle hiding inside dinosaur. If we look under my second holiday Eevee, we will find that indeed I used the same hiding place from yesterday. I didn't think anyone would guess it. But it turns out that Sarah located the secret Squirtle. Partially did this because I thought it would be a good opportunity. Neko seemed to suggest that she didn't know I had holiday Eevees on yesterday's stream, but I've had them on the couch many times before. The other one with the present got a good look at yesterday. This one has kind of like a Eastern European style hat, I feel like, and then this like fun little cape with like epaulets. Pretty good. It's a pretty good Eevee. Very soft. It has its original giant tag with its original giant Japanese text I can't read on it. But there you go. That's the location of the secret Squirtle. Congratulations to Sarah. And yeah, I mean, I think that'll do it for the stream. My brain is definitely shutting off at this point in the evening, as you could probably definitely tell. But yeah, this has been a lot of fun. Next week we'll endeavor to complete this. I think we should be able to do that. And in the meantime, on Friday, we will pick up with some more Wintermoor Tactics Club, which we started playing last night and was very enjoyable. So if you're watching this on YouTube and you weren't considering playing it, it really is a fun game. That was a really good one. Well, we're in the middle of it. There are streams to come for that. But I recommend you check it out. And if you happen to miss last night's stream, also encourage you to check it out if you're here live. But that will do it for the stream. Thank you to everybody for being here. Thanks for being you, and I hope to see you all again soon. Stay safe, everybody. Hope you have a good week and get some holiday shopping done. I mean, I've been totally responsible about it. Kind of. I've done a non-zero amount shopping. Why are you judging me? You gotta judge me like that. Man, these bots are aggressive, huh? We sick of these bots? Thank you for that. Alright, that'll do for tonight. Thanks, everybody. I'll catch you next week if I don't see you sooner. Oh, and also, if you're on the Discord, you can check out the boast room where we're currently trading photos of Advent calendar opens. I enjoy Advent calendars very much, and so I've been doing that. Things to keep up with. But have a great night, everybody, and thank you for watching this installment of Full Throttle.